Joe.
Oh yeah, I'm real pumped.
Joe's big day. I wish we recorded tonight afterwards. Well, you might be in a bad mood though.
I don't
Depending on
think
which
Joe's
way.
ever in a bad. I've never seen Joe in a bad mood.
Well, let's find out tonight after special
After what?
after the big debate.
Oh, the big debate.
Well, it's being held here in Philly, so.
Are you want to tell the listeners what way you're leaning?
No, we're not talking politics again. I thought this was all taken care of backstage before we started.
No, we started already.
Oh shit.
Jimmy and I were trying to get an exclusive out from the Philly Picker.
Throw Philly Picker under the bus.
We're trying to see which way he leans, left or right.
Oh, is that what we're doing? So you snuck the recording thing in? I feel like, don't they do that to Kevin? I feel like they do that to Kevin, and so.
No, they stop. I was watching Trash to Cash before we started recording, and then every time Kevin's like got something to say at the end, and they just shut it off.
That's what I do to Dan every time. That's what I do. Dan goes,
No.
"Oh, you're ending," and then
no, you go. We're about to wrap it up, guys. Let's wrap it up.
It's not when you're the one that's got to end it. Like, I just don't know. I just push the end.
I keep on hitting the record button because I like to hear because we sit here and talk for like 10 minutes. When Joe and we used to do that live with, well, I mean, we do it on here too, but when we did it live with Mike, it was like we do the show for 2 hours, and then afterwards we'd be backstage for 2 hours.
Well, I mean, like, when Dan says be here early so I can tell you what you did wrong, we got to be here early.
No, I was the last one here. Because every week, Jimmy, you haven't even introduced us. What?
Oh yeah, and what episode? Episode 47 of the self-diagnosed greatest reselling podcast in the world. It's Joe Philly Picker, Dan In Demand, and I'm Jimmy Old School Flips.
Yeah, well, yeah, and every week it gets harder and harder to get here early. Episode 2, 3, it was like, all right, I'll get here a half hour early. Now it's like, oh my god, it's 11. We recorded at 11:30 Central.
You were in the garage. What were you doing in the garage?
Oh, so I was out there.
In the bathroom?
No, well, that was when they did the bathroom. No, I went out there. Last week we were talking about I was down in the dumps. And the down in the dumps just kept on continuing. We recorded on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I did not leave my bed last Wednesday. I got out to take Dodger. I was watching Dodger last Wednesday, so I took him for a walk. But other than that, I just laid in my bed all day, did nothing.
Does that help?
No, it just continued. My day, it just kept on continuing. It was just on and on. And then by Saturday, I was like, all right, I gotta get going. So I was like, or it might have been Friday, one of the 2 days. I was like, I have to do. So I was like forcing myself. I have a pile of stuff to picture, and I just don't do it. Yeah. And I started picturing, and I was like, that's enough. I did like 15 pictures, and then I was like, I'm just gonna list this. So like I forced myself Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday to list 5 items, and that's like all I did. But anyway, we're recording on Tuesday. I woke up this morning and I felt like doing stuff. So I went out to the garage and was out in the garage because it's been so hot. Like that's where I keep most of my inventory. I don't know where you guys keep it.
Basement.
A lot of stuff's out in the garage. So by the time it's time to go out there to pull my inventory, it's been like 100 degrees. So I just pull stuff and get out of there, or take stuff out there and just have it in IKEA bags. So that's probably part of my problem is that I'm just literally stepping around and just filth and just I guess filth, but just junk everywhere. So like it's nice and cool it feels nice. It's second week of September. It's like 70, but it's like September 70. It's not like, or 70's not that bad. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to make fun of you for saying you have to force yourself to list 5 items, but man, I know the feeling. Like, I've been listing records, and oh my gosh, I don't want to list another record, and I still have like 30 of them to list. So like, I get it. Like, I have to force myself
to give them a grade. I always hear, whenever I hear record, I don't know anything about records, but
that's like the best question in the world that I don't know the answer to.
Yeah, that's
I put as low as I could think as far as what I feel, but I always put in my description like these. I put in at the end of my description, these have not been evaluated by a professional grader at all. Like, so I don't want to oversell and underdeliver type thing, you know. So like, I make sure
I do that with everything, right? You do that with everything.
Yeah.
You do that too, right, Joe?
Yeah, I try to make it the worst. Sometimes
I like it when I get my feedback and it says like way better than described.
Way
That's
better
what
than
I
I
want.
expect it. Yes.
Like I hate when I see something and I'm sorry. But
no,
so
go ahead.
No. I'm doing that whatnot, the t-shirt battle. So I've been like I've been looking around on eBay. I found a few deals on eBay. So the thing I learned about doing that last week is that I brought when I had some good items, like they went good. So then I was like searching on eBay when I'm like just moping around in my life. Like, oh, let me see what they got on here. So I've sourced a few things from eBay, but people put like excellent condition, and then when you like zoom in and look, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, excellent condition means like the graphics completely cracking, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I never use excellent ever.
Here's what because this is important. Like, if you've never listed a record before, Dan's like, imagine if everything in life was like that. Here are your options to select for
probably same
the
as cards.
Condition, like the grading: mint, near mint, excellent, very good plus, very good, good plus, good, fair, or worn. Like, you have to pick one of those.
I would pick worn. I do that with like
I pick good every time, unless it does have serious issues. But like, how do I like? I don't know.
Yeah, you're worn.
I would do worn, and I'd probably even in the description I would put these are acceptable. Like they're just like I don't know anything. I just know that because I found not found, but my aunt used to give me stuff. Well, she still does time to time, but I've gotten a lot better at like kind of just not taking. I used to always I take it, I look through everything, but one time I remember she gave me a bunch of records, nothing like I mean I don't not like hard rock or anything you would think of, but anyway, I'm looking through it, and then I was like, I have no idea about records, and then other people are like, you have to be careful, and I see that in videos too, so I'm like, I'm not messing with them. That'd be a great spot to put it on shopcommons.net. That's number one.
Oh, get that in.
I thought about it, but man, I have some good records in there. You know, this is my second collection I bought. The first collection I did the exact same thing like Dan said. I these are in really good shape. The record itself, I know how to check them. There are no big scratches, hardly any scratches at all. Like, they're in really good shape. So I'm undershooting the condition. But I sold the last collection. I only have 2 records left from it, and there was like 50-something records.
What kind of records are these?
Really good, and I didn't have a single return or issue or anything. Knock on.
What kind of records are they?
These are these are rock. These are heavy metal, late 70s and 80s. I have some Iron Maiden in there with the really good covers. Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Blue Oyster Cult, AC/DC. There's just, and you know, there's some, and they're the original ones. So there's some good stuff in there that's worth listing. I'm just literally, like you said, I'm like, my eyes I want to stab them with toothpicks because I'm so tired of looking at records and listing. Was that a little too extreme? But it's true. Like, I was sitting here forcing myself to list these records because
what are those like? What do you list something like that for? What are like the average price of like an AC/DC? What are those? I don't know anything about records. I can
tell you the best way. Like, the ones I'm listing, I have some that are around 17 all the way up to I just listed one for $100.
Oh, okay.
I had an Iron Maiden one that is a picture disc. So the disc has like the album cover on the disc. The record itself on the vinyl. So that one is the best one I've had so far for $100. But there's $35 and $44 records in there, you know, so it's, and I have $3
of scratches on. You don't have to like test it, like they'll work. I mean,
based on what I do know enough to like just a visual inspection, they're really good. They're not warped at all, and they're you could tell they were well kept. I also go back to the guy that bought them from them. I could tell that he kept them very well kept, you know, and took care of them. So, I haven't had an issue with a record at all. And these ones are in better condition than the last collection I sold. So I'm comfortable.
Have you sold any yet?
I have not. I've listed 23 in the last 2 days, and I haven't sold one yet.
Are
But
you
they have watchers and views.
Are you going to ship them in a small pizza box?
Actually, I'm gonna find a couple CD cases and just put them in there. And that ain't gonna fit, isn't it? No, I have a couple LP mailers left.
I was just gonna. That's what I was gonna just ask that too, Joe. Good, if you already looked, I would have already bought the boxes before I started listing them.
Yeah, I made sure I had some. I'm gonna need more, but I haven't.
But you haven't ordered them yet.
I have not. I have like 15 or so boxes laying on the shelf right now.
You have 15 boxes?
Yeah, 15 LP boxes.
Oh yeah, that's enough to get started. Oh.
Yeah, to get started. That's why I was comfortable listing them. As soon as a couple start selling, though, I'm gonna order more.
Are you gonna try to make it to get that fourth quarter?
Order another pizza.
Quarter?
Order a pizza? Yeah, I'm gonna order pizza. You guys asked the question at the same time.
We just started record. Well, I was asking like a real reseller question. Joe's over there.
Joe's asking if we want pineapple on our pizza.
Do you ever have pineapple on your pizza?
As a no.
I don't like it. I've had it. I don't like it.
I keep saying I'm gonna try it. I don't know if I just burped. If you're listening to us on your favorite Spotify, well, I was gonna say Spotify, your favorite audio. Because I make a lot of pizza.
I know you're right.
I just made pizza the other day, sausage, pepperoni, and ham. But I want to buy some not pepperoni. Well, I have pepperoni. I want to buy some pineapple and put it on a pizza. I might do that. You're
supposed to put it with ham too, right?
Yeah.
That's like
the Hawaiian. I might do that for lunch tomorrow.
Don't do it.
Is that really a Hawaiian pizza? Is that really a thing? I
don't know. That's the only time I've ever had it. It's been on like if I got like a DiGiorno pizza, which I don't like. I don't like DiGiorno. I don't like.
Why ruin a good pizza and put pineapple on it?
I agree with Joe.
I might do half.
Are you gonna have leftovers? See what I did there?
I had leftover pizza the other day. I like cold pizza.
Yeah, I like cold pizza, but
I don't like cold pizza, guys.
I love it.
Minus the pineapples.
I'm gonna try it. I'll tell you. I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna do half though, because I don't know if I'm gonna. Sure, it's fine. You can pick it off if you don't like it.
I want to ask this because it might be better. I've only had like the
crushed pineapple and mix it in with the pizza sauce?
Not at all, Dan. Not at all. Sounds all you just made it worse.
Now you're getting out of hand.
No, because I've only had like cheap Pizza Hut or Domino's version of that. Like if you make it with actual fresh, not out of the can, like actual fresh,
like real pineapple,
it might be good then. I don't know. Would it?
I can't imagine it's bad.
Stuff is disgusting.
Pineapple's amazing. I love pineapple.
I love pineapple too. It's probably my favorite fruit. But on a pizza, no.
Why?
No. And hot, almost like it's okay grilled, but I'd rather eat it cold. And yeah, I just don't.
I eat it straight out of the can.
Maybe I should try a pizza with fresh pineapple on it.
We're 13 minutes in. Like, can we make this like a super turbo episode and just be like 20 minutes and get out of here? Because I'm gonna go eat pizza now. All I've eaten today was a sandwich. I'm hungry.
You're gonna make a Hawaiian pizza, and you're gonna think. I hope it's good. There's people that love it for sure. I mean, there's people that.
I'm gonna go tomorrow. Yes, by the time our listeners are listening to this, I will have had a pineapple pizza. I'm going tomorrow, and I'm gonna get the pineapple. I have some ham. I had a ham sandwich today, and I need more ham, so it works out perfectly. And I have pizza sauce because I made pizza the other day.
Dan, will you let us know? Will you pin a comment down below and just let us know how that pizza was? Because I don't think I can wait.
I was gonna make it a big to do and do like a whole Instagram story about it. But
here, everybody listening, just leave a comment asking Dan about his pizza because Dan usually replies to a lot of the comments. So just he'll see the comment and then he'll reply to it, and then you'll know.
I used to get food pictures from Dan. Dan would send me food pictures of stuff that he made.
This is taking a turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I used to because I like cooking and stuff. So I used to send the pictures to Joe and Mike in our group chat, and then they made fun of me. So then I stopped, and then I send them to Dan Big Thrift Philly.
Send them to Dave. Dave has his cooking channel. Start sending them to Dave.
Dave never responds.
You need to start your own cooking channel anyways. So when
you listen to Dave, if you watch Dave, all he talks about is how he doesn't reply. He doesn't read Instagram. He doesn't reply. If you do get him on eBay, sometimes he said most of the time it's probably Tina.
Yeah, so you
Gotcha.
can't get a hold of him.
It's worth a try though. Maybe Tina will answer. But either way, I mean, right now that's kind of his big focus, and and it should be because he's kicking butt on there. But yeah, you get your own little food channel.
Well, I already got Big Philly Dan.
He's start a food podcast.
Which I haven't. If Dan's listening to this, I haven't sent him anything in forever. I haven't made anything. I made ribs this weekend, but I've sent him pictures of ribs probably 1,000 times.
I used to get the eggs in the morning. He would send a picture
you
of
sent
that.
Joe pictures of eggs? Just like what kind of eggs? Just like over easy eggs or what?
Like whatever kind of eggs I was making. So then at one point, I hit when him and Mike made fun of me all the time. Do you remember when I would just send you pictures of meat after I've eaten the food, and I'd have food just all over my face.
This isn't helping my
or I'd send him an empty plate, right? It was an empty plate.
It was usually the empty plate.
Yeah. But one time I was eating tacos and I had sour cream all over my face.
If you listen to this podcast, you know that I'm just like I'm dying inside because I can't even get Dan to send me a single text. And then he's sending Joe pictures. This is a long time.
And Joe's talking about stuff that's been so long ago.
This was like
I said on this podcast last week. I was on this podcast last week, pouring my heart out to you guys, telling you how I'm in this big rut. Did I hear from either of you for the whole week? No,
you did not.
So come on,
we're terrible friends. We are.
Basically.
Oh no, wait. Debatable. The friends word is debatable to start with, right? I mean, are we really?
Yeah, we're just colleagues. I guess we're colleagues.
Just go back to
we're friends, man. We're friends. I had a great time hanging out with you guys when we met in person. So yes, we're friends.
I tolerated the time we spent together.
Speaking of friends, I gotta give a quick shout out. Wait, what? He's like, hey,
listen, I was hanging out. You were on Keith, the Pastime podcast last week.
I know. I was
in there the whole time.
Yeah, and that was awesome. Thank you. And we had fun. And look, this hat, he sent me this vintage Broncos hat, and I gotta thank him. I told him I'd thank him on here. Look, he gave me a Steve Atwater rookie. Like, what?
And he gave you a hat?
A Jake Plummer card. Look at that.
Oh wait,
Dan,
I got a whole Jake Plummer collection.
Dan, what did Keith send you?
He did send me a Brian Urlacher. I was going to complain, but I
was just going to start something.
I've won a few giveaways.
I mean, I couldn't. When I opened that box and saw that Atwater, you got a signed baseball from Keith?
Yeah, Tommy John. Well, this is from one of his viewers. Mark won it, and then he said to give it to me because
he has to have Joe on there simply so they can talk about Tug McGraw the whole time, and then he's got to send Joe some Tug McGraw stuff.
We didn't do well with honoring Tug McGraw's legacy. Well,
that's Joe's guy. Right. That's Joe's. No matter, even if it's not, to me, that's Joe's favorite player of all time, Tug McGraw.
Well, let's get back to I was telling you about my
you were in the garage because you were
so I was motivated. I was organizing and putting stuff away. I was cleaning up. I had stuff. I had stuff to donate to Goodwill in my trunk. I was driving around with it for like a week, and I went to go donate it the other day, and they wouldn't answer their door. They didn't want my stuff.
Was it Goodwill?
Yeah, to Goodwill. So then I went ahead. I went back to. I put more stuff in my trunk, and I went there this morning and donated some stuff. And I was thinking about like maybe my problem. I was saying it earlier. Like maybe I'm just surrounded by too much stuff that I don't like. It's stuff that I don't want. Like it's just I'm not gonna mess with it. Like I went on. Oh, that's what I was saying. So like last week I wanted to go. I was just gonna go thrifting, just to thrift to have fun, like just get out of the house because I hadn't left the house either. And day. I don't remember when I left the house. So Friday I went to the bins and I was there and I just didn't feel like looking at anything. Like I just was like kind of like I don't feel like doing this. I didn't feel like doing this. So I left, and then Saturday I didn't feel like going out. That's when I was taking pictures on Saturday. But yeah, I don't know. I feel it looks better. Like it's I have to break down boxes. I have boxes all over too, and I think I'm just gonna purge some stuff. Like just get rid of some stuff that I'm not gonna. I was sitting
You have
looking at
similar items you can put in lots. You know where to sell it.
Well, I'm not I didn't apply to sell there. I might apply there just for in case I do have something. I have 2 totes of shoes that I just don't want to. I don't know if I want to mess with them.
There you go.
And so I'm thinking about that. I did apply to sell on Dibdit because last week Joe made some comment for Tim to maybe him and Carrie would help me with my sports cards because I did a sports card show that was awful. And I said they didn't want to burden them with it, but Tim, he said he would burden. Well, what did he say? He said he would help me.
What is that? He would take on the burden. Is that
he didn't say it like that. Tim would never talk to me like that. But so I applied and was accepted to be a seller on Dibdit. So now I'm a seller on Dibdit.
Nice.
I haven't listed. I was gonna list something beforehand. Do you still have our reseller leftover stickers on there? Are they on Dibdit?
I don't think I have any left, but I have.
Oh, do you don't have them listed on there?
I gotta cover your face. I still got mine and Joe's stickers.
Yeah. I have one of those left, and it was supposed to take it to Kentucky for Tim, and I forgot it, and it's around here someplace. But yeah, I don't have. I have 3. I have 3 reseller leftover stickers. I have to order someone the next time they have a sale. But I was gonna list the Dan in Demand sticker on there, so I could say I had something listed. But then I'm like, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this or not because. But I think I'm gonna list some of my like 90s sports stuff over there. Like kind of I have a few things of that kind of thing.
Like memorabilia or clothing?
Yeah, you don't know, like clothes, like vintage clothes and stuff that. I might do some cards. I bought that's a Friday. I'm like, what did I was like, I didn't even feel like going to the Friday. I met a listener, Eddie from the Bins, and he had 2 rows of
What's
sports.
Up, Eddie?
He had 2 rows of sports card boxes. He was gonna that I bought from him for $10. That's why I was like, why did I go to the Bins on? Sorry, Eddie. He's probably listening. I'm assuming. So that's why I was like, I knew I had to go there for something. And he was filling. I left with a bag of stuff because him, and then another a local seller, bearded thrifter that I met on Whatnot. He randomly was right. He was there too. They're both giving me stuff. I didn't even search for anything, and I left with a cart full of stuff the other day.
Nice.
They're both giving me stuff.
Find a spot to sit and
let them bring over all the stuff to you.
They're just I just literally was wandering around. Like I was so lost. And I went back yesterday. I went to the Bins yesterday, and I was there for like an hour and a half, and I was looking through the shoes, and that's what I go there for a lot of times. I went there for t-shirts, but I was like, want to look through the shoes, and they had every shoe I looked at. I'm like, I don't want to clean these shoes. Like, I just don't want to mess with them. So I was like, I'm leaving them. I just left them. I bought 1 pair of Cole Haan shoes, and that was it. Oh, and a pair of kids' Crocs. But I left with stuff. I mean, like from the shoes. I had other stuff. I found some other. I don't think anything amazing.
What's your normal time trip to the Bins? Like, how long do you usually stay? That
hour and a half probably. Wow. A lot of times I leave around. I try to get there between 9 and 9:30, and I'm usually leaving between 11 and 11:30.
I spend 4 to 5 hours at the Bins when I go.
Yeah, I just.
I mean, I have to sit down a lot. But they also rotate every half hour. So, like, when you're like, oh, I'm going to go. And then there's, like, you can see they're getting ready to bring the next batch out. And I don't want to leave.
That's kind of how it works. Like, they were rotating stuff. So I was, like, looking longer. But, I probably should stay longer. Sometimes I feel like I'm pretty bad. Like, I kind of look at what I want to look at. And then I'm like, all right, that's good. If I'm finding stuff, but then I'm like, I have a whole cart full. I didn't have enough space to take a lot of stuff home because I had my trunk was full of stuff to donate. And then I had a bag of stuff in my back seat that was stuff that I bought from Friday. Because I was doing stuff. Oh yeah. I was like, what did I do this? I didn't want to drag it in here to the eBay room because I was doing stuff in here. And then, so I'm like, I don't have much space. So then I filled up another IKEA bag yesterday.
And so, did that go into your garage?
It's in my car still. Now I moved it to the trunk.
Yeah, that's right. There's levels. There's the car,
Well,
then the garage.
Well, because I just made a space in the garage. Like I just made it look like it has a lot of work, but I can't. That's the problem is I never spend time on stuff other than like listing or shipping. The stuff that like the money part.
Processing
like the other
is a big
stuff.
step. I call it processing stuff. Like it's a big step. Man.
Yeah, it takes long. So I did a couple hours. It's kind of my thrifting, like the thrifting.
You should come out here to my pop-up. I got my pile of stuff ready for my pop-up. Bring all your sports stuff down for the pop-up.
Well, probably don't have enough for that. Like how much stuff you can have? You have a car full, right?
Yeah, but you can come and you can have your own little rack of like 15, 20 things, and if you
I'm good, man.
Sell them all, you'll make good money. And I get it. You don't want to. I get it.
That means he's gonna have to hang out with you, Jimmy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, God. No, well, I don't know. I have to fill out this questionnaire. I got a thing for jury duty yesterday.
I got jury duty tomorrow.
Oh, so it must be just like the time they must just do it. It's like
they're trying to pick apart this podcast.
Yeah, I was reading it because someone's like, you got to call and see if you have jury duty, and I read it. And it's like, no, it says I have jury duty. I just got to call and see if it gets canceled or not. Like if the trial gets canceled, then I don't have to go. But if the trial is on, then I have to go tomorrow.
Oh, so I have a questionnaire to fill out. It says I have 10 days to return it, or else they'll summons me, and then they have to watch me fill it out.
So you're gonna come for you, Dan.
So I'm gonna fill it out. I got it sitting on my bed so I don't forget. I forget a lot of times. I forget.
Never done
have you
stuff like that. I procrastinate.
On a jury before?
The last time I got picked, I just started working at the casino, and I was so nervous because I thought I was gonna get in trouble for having it. Like literally, it was the first 2 weeks I was working there, and I'm like, I got jury duty, and the day before. You had to call the day before, kind of like Jimmy's. I had to call the day before to see if I had to go in, and when I was going to work, and I had to get up in the morning to go to jury duty, and I called and I didn't have to go.
Nice.
But I lost a day of work, and when you work for tips,
they're supposed to pay you.
So when I made through the company, I made $5 an hour.
Oh, okay.
So like when I worked. Back then, when I worked, it was probably less than $5 an hour. You got paid by your games. So, like, I initially learned blackjack, so I got paid like $4.75. And then if you add on games, like then I added on like the carnival games, like 3-card poker, 4-card poker, Caribbean stud, stuff like that. They would give you like a quarter. And then if you learn like craps, you might get like 60 cents or whatever it was. So you add on like to that. So if you took off when you earn like pay time off, vacation days. You would get paid that, and you wouldn't
hourly
get
rate. Yeah.
You wouldn't get like the toke rate,
right?
So every time I got,
well, you said you didn't have to go. You said you didn't have to go.
Yeah, I didn't have to go, but I lost a day's worth of work. I lost work.
What are the questions? Are they?
Oh, I thought there was gonna be something where I could just write like some nonsense to get out of it, but it was basically like, can you read and write English? No. Do you understand?
No habla.
You can't say that, Jimmy.
Why
not? It was just stuff like, are you an American citizen? Like standard stuff that.
So you could get caught lying. You could get caught lying.
Well, I wanted to put. I thought it'd be something crazy, like they're coming for us or something like that. No, they do have a spot where it says like mentally, physically, like, do you have any reason you don't want to like? And I don't know what to put there because physically, I don't know if my flat feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like,
yeah,
that will
collapsed arch. Put that on there.
No, I'm being 100% serious. Like, I don't want like doing this for like an hour and a half, then we sitting for like 2 hours. Like my legs start to swell up and stuff. Like, I'm being 100% for real.
You should ask him, can I bring my sex pillow? If I can bring my sex pillow, I'm good.
No, I'm being 100%. I don't know how crazy to be on that thing. If they get it, the person whoever like looks through, they're like, oh my God. Like this guy, like, I got flat feet. I can't feel my legs.
I got swollen and
all self-diagnosed on top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, we need doctor's notes. I don't got it.
No. Well, I did have a doctor who told me I had flat feet, and I'm like, I've never heard that in my life. I was like in my late 30s, and I like didn't know. And she's like, she told me, she's probably your weight collapsed your arches on yourself there because
terrible. That's like that doctor that I tell you. Have I told you guys when I went to the doctor for like I had hurt my leg or something, and the nurse walked in. And she's like, asked me questions, and she goes, just out of nowhere, she says something like, well, the reason that you have sleep apnea is all the girth around your neck. And I was all,
girth?
That's what she said. I was all, I'm here for a hurt leg. Like, nothing to do with.
That's why I don't go to the doctors, because I went to the doctor for a hurt leg, and all they wanted to talk to me about is my weight. And I'm like, I understand that my hurt leg is because of my weight, but let's fix my leg, and then we can talk about my weight. And they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I think we talked about that. Yeah. So like, yeah, I get it. Like, I'm not here to. I mean, I know.
Like, I understand
every day. The mirror 100%. Reminds me daily.
But what am I supposed to do if I was like dragging? I was dragging my dead leg around, and I'm like, I can't walk. What am I supposed to do? They're like, well, you need they're like, you have to eat beans, and you have flat feet, and
like, do they have comfortable chairs? Because like, if I have to sit on a wood chair all day, that's going to be a problem.
I don't know if I could fit into the chair. It's like a bucket seat.
I hear you.
I never had to do jury duty.
Should I bring like a cushion just in case I have to sit on wood chairs all day?
Yeah, bring a pillow like Kevin has.
Yeah, one of those pillows.
I'm gonna bring a sex pillow with me. Just like that's a legit question.
Put it under your arm. Just walk in.
You can also write in there that like all I have are I don't have business casual clothes. Like I just have sweats.
Can I wear jeans? Because that's all I got.
I'm gonna wear sweats. They're black sweats, but I'm gonna wear these.
Dang it! I think I have a polo shirt and a pair of jeans. Is that allowed?
I do.
We're in Bucyrus, Ohio. I'd be lucky to wear a shirt. They'll be glad I'm wearing a shirt.
Is it criminal jury duty?
I have no idea. I'm bad. Like, Sonya's like, yeah, you got this in the mail. You need to make sure you read it. And I didn't read it. She's like, so today she texted me, by the way, you're supposed to call about jury duty today. And I was like, oh, I guess I better go read that. And I went upstairs and read it. And I was like, oh, okay, so I actually do have jury duty tomorrow. I just have to call today after 5 in case the trial. It says, in case the trial got canceled, you need to call after 5 today to see if you need to come tomorrow. So that's what it says. So I have to call after 5. It'll just be a recording.
All right.
Fun stuff. I don't have a lot of research. I mean, on the RIN, they said we're supposed to start talking about fourth quarter stuff. But, it's not quite there.
I want to talk about
that's.
I want to talk about well, how are you? Well, last week, so Jimmy was on, what do you call it? Pastime podcast, and he was bragging about all these sales he was having and how awesome his sales were. And he didn't talk about them once during our reselling podcast.
All right, well, then I'll talk about it right now.
I don't have anything to talk about.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 going out today.
14 today?
Let all the listeners know.
From yesterday.
It's time for Jimmy to brag. Here we go.
No, sales have been good. 14 sales yesterday. $500 something in sales.
That's it? Off of 14?
Yeah. I mean, it's not great, but it's good.
I sold 2 things.
Me too.
But I've been listing a lot too. I've been working on my death pile like crazy, like we talked about. I didn't go sourcing. I went with Sonia to go sourcing. I went to the bins. I did not buy anything from my store at all. She's starting a little clothing store, so she's trying to
look.
I helped her find clothes.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna be, I guess, kind of a jerk though. So you went with Sonia you helped her find clothes. So you're looking for her. Because I was gonna say, like, if you're there, like, buy some, like, look for yourself. Like, it's a bigger waste of time to sit there and do nothing. If you're at the, you know what I'm saying?
He's helping.
No. If he's looking for Sonia, then okay, I understand. But like to go there and just like wander around.
If there would have been a hard good item that was worth a lot of money, I would have bought it for sure.
Yes.
I was not picking like little toys that I had in my pile or anything like that.
Oh, I'm gonna get these instead.
What happened?
I told you I was out of reseller stickers. And I buy them on Sticker Mule.
Mule?
Yeah, Kevin told me a site. I have it down someplace. I'll have to look for it. But I always wait for there to be like a special. And they just sent me a special for $29 for 50 magnets. How much is that per magnet?
A magnet?
Magnet. I'm gonna get a reseller leftover magnet.
Nice. Oh. You can put on your Frigidaire.
That's $1.72 a magnet. Huh?
Yeah. Where else do you put magnets? What's like other than your refrigerator? Where
I got magnet down here.
Down where? What is he doing right now?
I don't know. Where do you put your?
You have to take the magnet off or something.
Yeah. What is that stuck to, Dan? Your what do they call that thing, Jimmy?
It's like my basket down here.
That earring down there. What's that?
It's Prince Charles.
Prince Charles.
Albert.
No, we gotta go back to our work. Let's go.
Prince Albert.
Come on, focus. I derailed us. Come on, let's go. Let's go back to the.
I was talking about something. One of those Prince.
Jeez. Dan, you didn't come off as a guy that has a Prince Charles.
Come on, talk about reselling.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, do you have anything else you want to tell us? You have any other piercings?
I heard that thing go bing.
I'm not listening to you guys.
I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry.
But go back to let's talk. We gotta talk for real. We gotta talk about reselling podcast.
Right, I talk about. I went through.
No, Jimmy was talking about his. He was talking about, and then you go, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking over today.
Well, my only two items that I sold were actually items that I relisted or delisted and relisted because of one was a San Francisco 49ers sweatshirt, and I did it on Monday watching the football game because I'm like, why isn't this stuff selling? You know what I mean? And it was a TI 83 or 84 calculator that was sitting. I have no idea. I literally relisted it and it sold within 5 minutes, and I must have had it in my store for months. So
that's $81.
You got
discount that they add, right?
Yeah, I got $52 off, so I spent $31.03 on 50 reseller leftover magnets.
And you can put them on the fridge.
I'm gonna.
I have an idea for those. Don't. Shh. Stop.
Sorry. We go back.
How many?
Huh?
Oh, I got something. I had something that made me mad on eBay.
Wait, did you finish talking about the bins with Sonia?
Yeah, I didn't. We were there, and she found a couple pieces of there was almost a fight. There was almost a fight at my bins.
Oh God, what did you do now, Jimmy?
Jimmy. I was just a witness to it. It was some of my friends almost got in a fight with a Van Buren boy over.
I saw the Van Buren boy did the bins yesterday. So apparently, you have to wear white Air Force One sneakers, khakis, and a black shirt to the bins. That's the uniform.
And they were all wearing them, or what? Or just one of them?
At least two.
Maybe that's their gang. That could be their gang, the Van Buren Boys gang.
Shout out. I don't like to use the just shout out all the time, but shout out them. They're nice people. But I just thought it was funny. I wanted to take a picture. I pull up because they have like the way the bins is like parking's in front of the right directly in front. So I always pull in and pull right up front. But they were at the back, and they I don't know what they do. They bring all their stuff outside and go through it or whatever outside. And I pull up and there's just two of them standing there wearing the exact same outfit.
Just leaning against the wall.
They're looking at shirts. It was just like, what's going on? I wanted to take a picture, but
maybe that's like their school uniform. Maybe they came from school.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
Are they in school?
What time? This was
like 9:30.
It's probably their gang affiliation, Joe. That's what I'm going with.
It's probably just by like luck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just by chance. But I thought it was funny. Because I say Van Buren boy very nicely. It's not a dig at them. It's just like
now our Van Buren boy that almost got in the fight had a Van Buren gal with him.
Did he almost get a fight with you?
No, so
with the girl.
A couple of my friends, like they had just brought fresh bins out, and one of my friends saw a pair of jeans that he wanted, so he walked right up to it and stood right in front of it, like he was right over them, and this girl comes and stands right next to him, kind of like leans over him, like hovering over the jeans that he's standing right in front of. He doesn't say anything, but another friend of his across the way said something to her like, "Are you getting anxious?" or something like that, and she just yells out for everybody to hear, "I didn't say anything to you," and then she storms off. Then goes over to her Van Buren boyfriend, her Van Buren boyfriend, and tells him, and then he starts getting mad and like looking over and like giving eyes to the two guys, and like, and then there was words said like, "What are you staring at?" and "Keep looking at me and I'm gonna beat your, you know what, your butt," and stuff like. And it was like,
did your friend get the jeans?
Okay. Huh?
Your friend get the jeans?
He did. He did. He didn't say he didn't say anything the whole time. He just stood there like shaking his head. Like he never said a word.
What was the what kind of jeans were these?
They were like Y2, they call the Y2K style. Nothing great, but they were Y2K style jeans. They were like a girl pair of Y2K style jeans. I don't know if they were truly vintage or not. I don't know. I didn't really look at them any closer. But yeah, that was interesting, and I was just like, stand back. And I like, that girl obviously was like the instigator. Like she got mad. She went over and told her boyfriend that
so nothing really happened. They didn't really fight.
No, there was no fight, but
that's usually how it happens.
Yeah, so and it was just like, whatever. I'm like, and so then they went over and tattled. They went over to the managers and tattled.
Oh, geez.
The girl and the guy, and so then the manager came over to us, and are you guys starting to fight in my store? And I said, maybe. What's up? And then I jokingly said, man, I am too old for that. Like, my hip hurts today, Chris. I'm not fighting anybody. I said, but if you want me to come over and cry to you, I will.
So, how much stuff did you buy at the bins?
Sonia bought a couple hoodies, some shirt. I mean, she found a couple things, probably 8 or 9 things. It wasn't a great day at the bins for us.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. When I was going to the bins yesterday, I was like, oh, I remember Mondays used to not be that great.
We went on Sunday. Sunday was the day we almost got in a fight.
You watch football on Sunday?
We went because she was like, I want to go to the bins. I was like, well, football. I was like, but you know what? That's a great idea. Let's go at 10.
Ours doesn't even open till noon.
Ours opens at 10. So I was like, that'll kill time until football starts. So it was actually perfect. Like, we got home and the football games were kicking off.
Right football doesn't start till 1 o'clock by you.
Yeah. So I've had that's been I call it what it is, but the hardest adjustment for me moving to the East Coast is football used to start at 11 in the morning. Now it doesn't start till 1, and I hate it.
I get noon. College on Saturdays is 11. So then
I love the 1 o'clock start.
It's too late.
I'm just so late. Not used to it at all. And then the Broncos don't kick off till usually they're not playing the later, so they don't start till 4. I'm like, I'm already done watching football usually by now.
Yeah. Well,
so that's my bins adventure. It wasn't nothing crazy, but
at the bins on Friday, I found some kind of sleep apnea mask, but it had RX
prescription thing on it.
Yeah, prescription only. And then yesterday I found this box, and it was where I took a picture of it. I wish I told you I bought it, but
there we go. Another visual aid from Dan that
those of you listening
are listeners. No, I'm just gonna read it. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not even gonna show you.
All right.
Joke. I'll show Jimmy if he wants to see.
I won't look, Dan.
I didn't take a good. It's a Here, I'll show the people watching on YouTube. It's like this whole box.
Yep.
It's like 30 some of them. And it on the packaging, looking all over the packaging, and because I was like already, they were They're like some kind of pump. Oh my gosh. I should have been I had it. Hold on. Give me a second.
Well,
So
I just wanted when I lived in Denver, I used to
This is a
see these
great one.
signs all the time that said "We'll buy," but I believe it was these signs were posted everywhere that would say "We'll buy," I buy diabetic supplies, but that's not diabetic. But it used to be everywhere. I'm like, you can like, what is he doing when he buys diabetic supplies?
So I
Like, what is
searched
he
just
doing?
the thing on the label. I searched it on eBay, and it was like over 100% like sell through, and it just says internal pump. It's some kind of internal pump delivery system. So I didn't know if it
Oh,
was
it's
like
a
some kind of,
part.
yeah, it was like a part. So I got excited because I was like, like snap, like a box sells for like 75 bucks. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna just buy this because instantly when I looked it up, I was like, I'll just take everything out of this box. I'm gonna leave this box. I don't want the box because the box. I don't know how much the box weighs, but I don't want the box. And then I saw, I'm like, oh, I gotta sell by because some people are selling like one or two, and they're selling in lots. And then I was searching all over it, and on the box it said RX only, and I was like, oh. And then on the packaging, I finally found it, but I was searching forever because I didn't know what it was. And anyway, I took a picture because I was like, I wanted to make sure I remembered to talk about it because I was close to just buying it and trying to figure out what I should do with it later. And then I was like, I'm just gonna leave it. I didn't want to mess with it. Do you ever mess with stuff like that?
I don't. I won't anymore. But one of the things that I'm always curious about is like, there's some that slip through the cracks. Like you said, there are sold on eBay. Like,
Yeah,
how do those? How
over
is it
100.
when I try to post something like that, I get taken down right away,
But I
like
found
with
that
the quickness.
I was
And
with
then
the
when
listener
someone else,
Eddie on Friday when I found the sleep apnea thing, and then I didn't even look it up. Uh, but I was asking him if he messed with it. He said no. Because I've heard before there's places that'll buy it, but something like that I don't know how much. Like
how much
actually
was it? Did you say how much it was? Did I miss you said how much it was?
the sleep apnea
If
mask.
you would have bought it, how much would you have paid?
Oh, $1.59 a pound. It's not. I mean, it
Okay.
was nothing. I
Yep.
I didn't even look it up because I saw the RX. And I'm like, I just don't
Yeah,
want to
it's
mess
not
with
even
it.
worth messing with
It's
at
not
all.
even worth it. And that's
I have in the past, and sometimes if you price it low enough, it gets through, and But now I've heard stories that you can get in trouble for even the sold ones when they finally catch up to it.
when they catch up to
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
I
I
believe
thought
that.
about. I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah,
It's
so like that because like they might send you a message after it's sold saying, "Hey, you sold this, but you better not do it again." And like, I wonder if they
I
would
did,
take.
I did the thing with the sleep at the actual machine, the actual one, and it's called second second air or second breath or something. It's like a website that you can.
you put
I
like
think
the
it's
hours in. It's something like it's
yeah,
so.
yeah,
That's the
This
yeah.
is
I
a
couldn't
good. This is
remember
a
what
good
it was.
topic.
yeah.
This could
I
be a good title, and don't sell this on eBay. But like, just be real quick, just Joe. I'm sorry, but like
yeah,
for those of you listening, if you find something and it's like medical supplies and it's marked with a little sign a little marking or sign that says RX only, which means prescription only, you
yeah,
can't sell it on eBay. Like you
right,
cannot sell it on eBay. Sorry, go ahead, George.
yeah. But I ended up twice. I found at the flea market was the CPAP machines itself. I forget the brand of the first one I found, and I think this was going back a little while. Steve Pick and Roll
Yep.
did it. He posted something that he sold it to like a company that actually sends them a label, and then once it's sent in. So I did it with the first one that I found. I think I paid 20
Right.
bucks for it, and I got like 250 bucks for it when I sent it in. It took a couple days, because they send you the
That's
packages
cool.
and then you send it in. And then I found another one like a couple weeks later, and the guy wanted 50 bucks for it, and I was like, oh, this was so easy. But the model that I picked up the second time was actually a recalled Philips. I remember that it was a Philips brand, and they were recalled for
So they
something,
didn't want it then.
and they didn't want that one, so I ended up just
So the
trashing
company
it
that's
because I couldn't
buying
do
them from
anything
you is
with it.
allowed to like refurbish them, or what's going? Like I don't understand.
I don't know what they do with them, to be honest with you. I don't
They
know.
could probably
Like in other
if it's
countries,
like
maybe.
prescription only. I'm sure there's some place you could sell it to, right? Then they have they're a spot where they can give it to someone.
Yeah, the
You
first
know,
one, like I said, the first one I got, I forget the brand of it, but as soon as I sent it to them, I had to turn it on. They had like a little thing, everything that they wanted filled out, like the hours that it was on, anything you could, serial number, all that, and they took that. They said, yes, we're interested, and we'll pay you this much money. The second one, like I said, didn't pan out. So, but
Yeah,
Phil,
that's interesting because
I
that
remember
stuff should definitely not go to waste. Like it shouldn't go to waste. There should be a place that you can
that.
find, whether you sell it or make, obviously you don't want to buy something and then just like donate it to somebody or whatever. But I mean, I guess you could. I guess I said that wrong. But like, I don't want to buy a box full of medical supplies and then have to like dance it, find a way. Even if I'm donating, I'm like, it doesn't sound like it's very easy to find a place to just give it to. Like that's probably why they're in the Goodwill bins. Because they were donated to the bins, and then the bins is like, or Goodwill, and then Goodwill's like, well, we can't do anything with this, and they're probably not supposed to sell it either because it says RX only, but it's in their bins, so I don't know.
They also, I saw a lady at the bins yesterday. She was walking around with a whole package of post office priority mailers, like all shrink wrapped together. Like you got delivered to your house. That's what I was. They're in her cart, and I was like, I don't know if she was gonna go up there, but like, you can't sell these. Can I have them? I hope she didn't buy them because that'd be heavy. I mean, like they were probably. They must have been for like a medium flat rate, or like I don't know if someone donated like regional B boxes.
Yeah, I would buy a regional box.
I have some. I have a few left. I have some regional boxes left.
I take that back. I haven't shipped something priority mail in a long time. Oh, okay. I don't remember the last time I had an order that was actually priority mail.
Now, do you think so? To get to your fourth quarter topic, do you think when it gets to fourth quarter, you might start shipping priority when it gets closer to the fourth, like the highlighted, or I don't know, we're 2 months ahead of this, but when it gets to Christmas time,
yeah,
are you putting the option?
Yes, all of my listings have, except for my basically my smaller, lighter items, 5 pounds or less, and smaller items.
Smaller, lighter, 5 pounds or less.
Yeah, they
have the option of. Do you have over 5 pounds?
I have some stuff for sure. Like there's I don't know. I can't tell you like some of those.
You don't have to tell me.
Inflatables, like they have the base that's heavy and stuff, and they usually come in a bigger box or whatever. But I have it as the first option is USPS Ground Advantage, and then I give them the option to select priority mail.
Bigger stuff selects priority.
And then it's usually. I
wonder. So I was gonna ask you how you label it that, because so I do the option, and then if I put Ground Advantage first, how did it go? And then I put priority. Was it when I did the flat rate?
I've had a couple people select priority, but it's been a while. Man. And it used to be early on because I forward the discount. Early on, when I made the switch, there would be priority that was cheaper. But ever since a price increase or whatever,
I was gonna say they had a price increase.
Priority has not been cheaper at all anymore. Like it's never cheaper anymore.
But first class, Ground Advantage sometimes cheaper than medium mail because there's sometimes I send out like DVDs and all that, and it's.
I've been switching all those records I've been listing. I switched them all to Ground Advantage first, and then medium mail second. And because medium mail is expensive. Like it's a waste for one record now,
or one DVD or something.
Yeah.
Because what is it? What's a pound of medium mail? I mean, because you're paying $4.30. Yeah, $4.60. Something like that. $4.60 something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a cancel sale last week on Poshmark.
You had to, or they asked you to?
I had to on Poshmark. I did. Oh God! I sold something, or I had someone liked something, and I sent out an offer, and I didn't. So a lot of times I'll go to my eBay and double check that I have it. I sent them the offer. They took it. I was excited. And when I went to go take it down from eBay, it wasn't on eBay. And then because I had already sold it, who knows when.
Right.
I listed it like last August.
Yeah. That sucked.
I was
were they pissed?
No, she was very nice because I messaged her, which is if you sell on Poshmark, it's really weird if people can see the message, or I think if you saw the alert that you got a message. So I clicked on it, and I kind of lied to her, and I told her, "Oh, I'm sorry. I had already I I don't have this. I mixed it up with another shoe. It was a pair of shoes, and I sent someone the wrong shoes. So I lied to make her feel. And she's like, "Oh, thank you for."
Now we're lying. Dan?
Well, I just wanted to make her feel instead of like, "Oh, I don't have these," because it was like I've done that before where I bought a pair of shoes on there and then they canceled it because they didn't have them, and then I was just like, "Oh, I mixed them up," like. So I canceled. She appreciated me messaging her.
You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
Heard what first?
Dan's telling lies to his customers.
Well, I mean, I was being nice. I'm
just playing.
I could have just canceled and not said anything. The one guy, I messaged him. Why did I cancel? It might have been the same thing. Like I didn't have it, and I think I messaged him. I don't have this, and then I canceled the order, and he's like, "Why did you cancel this order?" And then
yeah, that's worse.
And then he I didn't answer because I already messaged him, and then he replied to me again. He's like, "Why did you?" So I blocked him. And then I had somebody ask me on eBay. They sent me a message. I had a pair of No Boundaries, which is it like a Walmart brand? The No Boundaries, the brand.
I think it is one of those.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Cheaper brand.
It was a pair of No Boundaries shoes. They look like Vans. They kind of look like Vans, and I found them at the bins, but they look like brand new shoes. And I was like, "Why am I buying these?" But I have to get them. Like I have to. Someone's gonna buy them. So I have them listed. I have it listed on eBay. This person asked me a message. They need like a size 10.5. They're size 8.5, and they're like, "Do you have these in a 10.5? Because I need them." Blah blah blah. And I said no. And then, like, okay, not okay. They're like, "What website can I go to find them?" Is what they want me to like tell them.
I had to block someone that did a return.
Well, this is a good segment we could do. Who we block? Who you blocking?
And they left me a neutral feedback. And it was like, I want to show you guys. For those of you listening, you're not gonna be able to see this, but I just want. So I sold a Pokemon.
Wait, Joe, you want to make some kind of snide comment to Jimmy that he's doing visual aids now?
No, go ahead, Jimmy. We all want to see it.
Appreciate that, Joe. You're all right, Joe. No, because I want to show you. So I sold a Pokemon card, and they said that the feedback is gone now, though. So I don't know if the buyer took the feedback down, but it's gone. Like it's just gone. But it was a neutral, and it said something along the lines of, "I bought the card. The sleeve that it came in was dirty. The plastic top loader was dirty. For some reason, they wrapped it in plastic wrap, which I don't understand why they did that. Shoved it between two pieces of cardboard and shipped it to me, and that's why they left the neutral feedback based on that, and they returned it based on that." So I'm like, what? And then I put it between two pieces of cardboard like that.
Yeah.
And then instead of using blue tape on the top, I just poly wrap the whole thing so the card will stay in, just like a couple times around with some cellophane wrap. And then this is what I sent them. Like, this is a brand new top loader. I know that because I have a package of brand new top loaders that I put everything in. And then that's the card. Like, they said it was filthy.
Oh, easy. Like, you're gonna bend it.
And I'm like,
why don't you have gloves on? You don't have white gloves on?
And I gave them a full refund because they sent it back in the condition it was in. But like, this isn't filthy.
Yeah, it looks a little dirty to me.
What? And so I know it wasn't, and I responded.
That's your opinion. I think to go to I
responded to the feedback saying that this is just not accurate at all. The top loader was brand new.
I wish they had an option where the buyers can put a picture. I wish they would let a seller put a picture.
Right. Yeah.
Like you can't even like give a picture because you could have easily put a picture. Like that's pretty standard to get a card like that.
And then I put it in a bubble envelope. I put it in one of these bubble envelopes. Like it went in that. Like that's bubble. Like I don't know what I did wrong. And like why was the guy mad? I think he was just looking for an excuse to return it. Like just return it, dude. You don't have to cry about it. Just return it.
Oh yeah, Joe, you're gonna say, "Oh, Jimmy calling his customers crybabies."
They were cry. He was a crybaby.
I think Jimmy has the right to do that this time.
This is
Like, but I just didn't
I
understand.
remember
And
when
now
Joe
the
and I used to be
feedback's
friends. We'd
gone, so
gang
I don't
up
know if
against
they.
Jimmy, and
I don't
now
know if they
it's.
saw because I refunded them. What'd you say, Dan? I'm sorry.
I just was pointing out that you and Joe seem to be better friends than Jimmy, or than Joe and I used to, or are, or were, whatever, whatever.
I'm straight down. I'm straight down the middle here. I'm just trying
Nope.
to keep it.
What is that noise now?
I heard that too. It sounded like a little rodent ran by or something.
Was it my chair?
Yeah, did you hear that?
That's probably my chair.
No, it sounds like.
Oh, what the fuck?
Like something's eating
I hear it too. I actually usually don't hear it, but hold on. I hear it. It's like
hold on.
Someone might have a serial killer in there with them right now.
I swear, like Joe does this stuff just to do it every week. Every week.
It's the voices in your head. Dan, it's the voices in your head.
Jimmy heard it too. What's the voices in his head?
It sounded like the music for which was like Jason. Like
but
Jason.
I'm gonna mute myself.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep talking because you said that the neutral feedback was taken away.
It's just gone. Like I didn't ask. I didn't try.
I'm gonna guess. My thing is, I think eBay takes those down for some.
Think so?
I had one who I sold a I don't remember. I might have talked about this. I sold like a controller. I think it was Super NES, like off-brand controller a while, like in June. And I was on here. I know I mentioned it because I was complaining about the shipping. I shipped. It went to Colombia, and what?
No,
I'm listening. You went to Colombia.
No, the controller went to Colombia, and then the way it was packaged, it was gonna bump it up. It was gonna be super expensive. So I shipped it through pirate ship, and it got lost.
Of course.
So like I didn't the customer, they asked after a while, they wanted a refund, and so I searched for it, and I saw it was lost. There was no update on it, so I just refunded the person, and I didn't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
It was I had some trouble with some Crocs going to Germany back then. This is a while, like, a couple months ago. And so I just was done with it. So I refunded them, and they gave me neutral feedback, and it said on their neutral feedback received. And I went to my account and it was gone. There was no neutral feedback. And I swear eBay took it down, but I made sure I messaged the person and let them know what a like a jerk they were for it. And then
that's what makes me. I wonder, like, because I respond. Was it because I responded that eBay didn't like it? I wasn't mean, but I was like insistent that like this was not true.
I think eBay takes it down.
Maybe and then I even said like I plastic wrap it because it's better than blue tape because these cards can see weather conditions being in the mail.
Well, that's why you put it in a team bag. You put them in a team bag, a plastic bag.
I just plastic wrap them, but yeah, I get it. I mean. The plastic wrap.
If you had that in a team bag, it wouldn't have got all dirty.
I would have got positive feedback, is what you're saying?
Yeah, probably.
But I also wondered, like, maybe the guy, because I am an honest seller and gave him his full refund, maybe he was like,
"Can you just take down?"
Take that because I think you can remove. I guess no. I think you have to request.
Don't they have to ask you for a revision?
Yeah, you have to request it, right? Yeah.
I would have just messaged him and be like, "What the heck, dude? What do you want from me?"
I thought that was interesting.
Maybe it was the first time you ever bought a card and got it from the mail.
What really irks me is that he's a seller and he didn't reach out to me or anything. He just started the return and left the feedback. Never reached out to me, nothing, never asked, talked to me about it at all. Just started a return with neutral feedback right away. Like, you're a seller, dude. Like, you know what it's like. Give me a chance.
Maybe he doesn't sell a lot of stuff. How much stuff is he selling?
He sells Pokemon cards and Pokemon empty cases.
Yeah, give me his name. Let me buy a card from him and see how it comes.
All right. Yeah, I'll do.
Dan, are you gonna block him?
I blocked him. I did block him because I want to.
Hey,
that's gonna leave him.
No, I'm being for real. I'll buy a card and then we'll open it up next week. I'll see how he gets it to me.
You can leave him feedback.
I'll probably give him.
I'm joking. No. If someone's one of my number one, if you are going to leave me feedback without giving me a chance to resolve it or talk it through, I am blocking you instantly. Like,
I'm probably never just going to buy something from you anymore. That's probably what I would do. I'm the same way when I go to a store. Like if I have bad customer service everywhere I go. I don't complain. I just don't go back.
Oh, that reminds me. In his feedback, based on what I just showed you, he also said, I would never buy anything from this seller again. Really? This is never buy from again? This condition?
Yeah,
like what?
Yeah, it looks. I mean,
I know, Dan. I know Joe.
Can you
likes
please give me
those.
his
That's
name
what
so I
Joe's my
can
buddy.
buy? I'm gonna buy a card from him.
Well,
I'll be objective.
It's gonna take me a minute to find it because I blocked them. So the mess. I gotta see.
Oh,
I guess I could go to the order.
You go to the order. Well, you don't have to tell it on here, but we can.
Yeah, I'll get it to you. I just look up Charizard. It's a good card too. It's
I
already
hope he's a listener. I hope he's a listener of the podcast. What's the chances?
Huh?
What's the chances he's a listener?
It's possible. Maybe he was doing it out of spite. Everybody, maybe he was a Facebook viewer. Like, right now, Facebook hates me. There's a topic. Facebook. Well, I've been putting videos on Facebook, getting tons of views and a lot of hate.
Oh, we haven't got to how's your TikToks going?
TikTok's still doing good. I had a video that took off. The one I did on the Lego.
And on Facebook, have you mentioned the podcast at all? Try to get us to 500 subscribers.
Everybody hates me over there, Dan.
Well, I mean, most of the people, I'm sure, if we look at the
we don't
comments
need your hated.
Most of the comments here probably hate you too.
Dan has to remind me that I'm not a likable guy, and most people hate me. I appreciate it, man. That's why he doesn't text me, guys.
Wait, I mean, you know what? You're like, well, the texts work both ways, buddy.
I text you.
You know what I'm saying?
As a matter of fact, I bet the last text was me sending something to the group and nobody responded.
Probably some brag about TikTok.
Let's see the last group text.
Let's see the last group text. We gotta go all the way down.
Last time you called him, Jimmy, he acted like.
Yeah. I said so. I thought the audio with the local recording was a good move. Are you guys cool with me continuing to do that?
Yeah.
Joe said, "Yeah, I liked it," and Dan said nothing.
I don't understand. Because I don't understand what I don't understand. So, I told you 1,000 times. I'm laying in bed doing nothing, depressed out of my mind. Not one of you checked in on me. You're worried about the audio of the podcast.
I am worried.
And how I didn't respond. What do you think that does to me mentally?
No, I'm just saying that you.
I'm telling you, I'm going through it right now.
You said I don't text.
I'm telling you, I'm going through it.
All right, I'm sorry.
I don't respond.
Yeah, but you just told me the last time I tried calling you, you yelled at me. On the last podcast, you said you tried calling me, and then I yelled at you.
Who called you?
The last time I called you, and you were like in a tunnel or something.
Yeah, he was blowing into the phone. I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's what you were doing.
No,
that was before that.
That was me. I had the phone outside the window actually as I was driving.
On speaker.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, make sure we check in with you, Dan.
Dan, are you doing better now though? Like after you cleaned the garage?
After I talk, we're an hour and 7 minutes into it. I've mentioned it 3 times how I was going through it, and then now you ask me how I'm doing. I'm not going to tell you.
You seem a lot chipper. You seem a lot more chipper. Is that the word, chipper?
Don't you have that? Don't you have to mention Shop Commons again, Dan? It was only once.
I bought something on Shop Commons.
Oh.
I bought some shorts because I was going through it last week and I didn't want to go sourcing, so I was like on there checking and I saw something. I bought some shorts from Cernock.
Cernock's been putting up some good stuff on there.
Yeah, Cernock. I bought some stuff from him before Shop Commons was around. So I saw he put it up there. He had some shoes and stuff before that, but it was just like new with tag shorts, like which I now understand we're getting to the which I did sell a bunch of shorts last week too. I will say for like maybe it's the time and a nice breather before I go back and hit hard. I've been listing like crazy and was working so long that I have had I had 2 sales yesterday, which I mean I'm not saying it was amazing, but I mean I've been getting sales. Like my sales over the weekend sucked too, but I mean at least I was selling something without listing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, And I did the I mean we talked. I think I mentioned a little bit last week. I mean like I'm not looking to break the bank every week, but you know it doesn't take much for me to make my bills. Like it, you know. Like it would be nice to have a buffer zone, so I understand it's not like attainable or is it sustainable? What's the word?
Sustainable.
I can't like do nothing for a while, but like while I'm going through it, you guys, Like, it's nice to know that I've put some work in and I can reap the rewards now of getting a sale a day. So and I got up on Saturday. I woke up and I did a card show at like 6:00 in the morning on Whatnot. Did I see either of you there supporting me through my
You did a card show on Saturday morning
at 6:00,
Sunday
5:45.
Sunday
It was
morning.
no, it was Saturday, right?
No,
Oh yeah, it was Sunday. It was Sunday.
I would have been. I didn't wake up till after 8 on Saturday because I didn't go to yard sales. So that was a sleep. I slept in for the first time on Saturday.
Yeah, I got up, man. Because I think this is what I keep. I run myself ragged trying to think. I think there's a spot to make some money on the live selling part, and like I'm up early, and I was like, I got some cards. Let me try it this time because I think last week I was whining about how crummy my card sales were going.
Yeah, because we talked about you going over with Tim and
yeah. So I did 2 shows in like the early evenings or whatever. So this time I was like looking, I was like, let me try early in the morning. And so on Saturday I sat and every hour I checked to see how many people are on there selling, like not selling, buying, like how many people are in the card category. Yeah. And I wrote it all out.
Did like a cheat sheet.
I put it in my notes. I probably should have made like a what do you call those things?
Like a
PowerPoint
spreadsheet.
Yeah, spreadsheet. Yeah. Probably would have been smarter to do a spreadsheet, but I wrote it all down for Saturday and Sunday, and I saw like on Saturday I wrote it down. I'm like, let me try early, and I saw there's people coming on to buy stuff, and I'm like, there's probably not a ton. I don't know. I wish you could see how many people are selling without going through and counting. I don't know if there is, but I don't think there is. But like, I'm like, there's probably people going to come in, and so like I was on there for a little over an hour. I made $29 in sales, and I mean, it wasn't
on sports card.
Yeah, on cards. It's not like amazing, but I was very happy with it.
It's a good start. Like if you're just getting into it, that's a good start.
The views on my other 2 shows, one of the views, because they give you views kind of like on YouTube, were like 60 for one show and 35 for the other show. No one was coming in. This one I was keeping like 5-6 people in there, and I had 450 views on my show that morning. So I was like, yeah, maybe. So that was different. So now I've continued. Today I've been pretty. It's tough during the week, but I thought I might start doing that Saturday and Sunday every week. Getting up early, as long as I feel good, because that's the thing is if I don't feel well, I'm telling you, I'm supposed to have a show tomorrow morning at 6:00 in the morning.
You look pretty good right now, so I think you should be good to go, right? You're looking good right now.
It comes down to just how I feel in the morning, man. I don't feel good a lot in the morning. The other day I was just my head was pounding. Like I just get,
Yeah, that sucks.
I
know the feeling.
So, in all seriousness, Dan, how are you doing this week? You good?
I mean, I think I'm okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's just, I think you're just. I'm burnt out. Like I was burnt out. It's tough. It gets tough. It's taking on too much stuff. It's what it is. Is I try to do too many things, and I hate saying no to things. So like, now I have to. I promised my mom I was only going to do like one Whatnot show a month, and now I have to hide from her that I signed up for some raid trains. So
secret what? No, I'm not allowed to. I'm sorry.
I was talking to. Oh, go ahead.
Is she sub to you on subscribe to you on Whatnot?
No, she don't even know what Whatnot is. She just knows she just knows all the bad stuff I say about it all the time. But she was telling, because she was, what day was probably Friday? Oh yeah, Friday. Rod Picking and Punching he called me. I was talking to him on the phone. He called to check in on me. Neither one of you did that. Rod called me and checked, and I was talking to him, and he suggested.
Thanks, Rod.
He suggested one show a month. Do that. Stock up. Have your best stuff. I said that's what my mom was saying. And so that's yesterday when at the bins, I was looking for t-shirts. Didn't find t-shirts, but I was collecting some stuff that I think will be good for a Whatnot show. And I have a few like different stuff I've signed up for the month, but I scheduled out some shows, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a bin, and just when I have enough stuff, and I label that on my whatnot is when I have enough stuff show, and that's what's good. So when I have enough stuff, I'm gonna do a show instead of like pressuring. But that, I think, getting back to not listing and not doing, if I'm prepared now, I'm gonna be prepared, and I'm gonna have stuff to sell on there when I can sell it. And if I'm not feeling like listing and I feel like going live, I can make quick $100, hopefully, fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you can make something on those selling live or whatever. If you don't feel like doing stuff, I gotta make money this week. But anyway, that's it. I don't know.
There goes Joe. Joe's gone. Have you thought? Are you gonna? Well, now you're on Dibbit, so maybe you could go live on there too.
Well, see, that's what I was scared about. So, yeah, but I can't pull myself in too many directions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what's scared, because
well, maybe instead of maybe switch off whatnot, then Dibbit and see which one works. Test which one works better for you.
Well, I don't know if I haven't looked into like the fees. So like on Dibbit, is it 10% flat? Like I think that's what it said when I was.
The way I understand it is Dibbit has theirs, and then but each platform can set the rest. So like if Dibbit, I think Dibbit is, let's say, 5%. District takes 5%. It's up to the owner of Dibbit to decide what percentage is added on top of that. They get to choose.
So I need to look into that to see what it is, because on like whatnot, it's whatever, the 8% commission, and then 2.9% for the transaction plus 30 cents, kind of like eBay. So it's like, what is that, 12%, right? 11.9% plus 30 cents.
Yeah.
So like, is it if like Dibbed, it's like 10% flat. Just I don't know what it is, but say 10% flat, like you're saving almost 2% right there. So it would almost be worthwhile to just jump in those like kind of trains.
Well, and I will say this, so that's why we don't know for sure, and like this is, I want to just make sure I say
district is different.
District, the people that own the platform, and they can also seller by seller give a different rate.
Oh, okay.
Like they can say, hey, I'm going to give these sellers this percentage, and they have the power to do that. So I just want to make sure that's clear. As far as I know,
need to make my own district.
They have the power to decide by seller what percentage they get.
Okay.
So I just want to be clear, because if someone's like, well, I'm paying, and I'm not just Dibbit, this is district across the board. Like if you're on this seller's platform on district, they might charge some of their sellers 7% and some of them 5%. And so it could, there can be problems if someone's like, hey, I'm only paying 10%.
Like
I'm paying 12.
Like,
yeah. So I mean,
it's like salary. No, but I was just saying, like, there's a point like where to go in. I don't remember what I'm talking about, but I collected some stuff yesterday.
Well, you're saying you could save on your percentage. You could save a little bit of money per sale on a district platform versus whatnot.
Yeah, I think that's what I was saying. I was just saying like different. I don't remember how I started rambling about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just talking. Because I was kind of, I don't know.
You were saying that there's you can make money with live selling.
Yes, and if I don't feel like doing something, like, but I know I gotta get. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
That's a good point. You don't want to spread especially if you're going, like you said, you're going through it, and you're burnt out. I've been feeling the burnt out a little bit.
Yeah, what was I doing? I did the garage sale raid train last week after we recorded, and it was on Thursday, and I spent the day I had everything kind of pictured, and I had put it away because I hadn't been on there, so I was pulling it all out, getting everything set up, listing some new items, and I went for an hour, and I made like $36. I think 36. And during this show, like, I spent my whole day doing this, and it was a complete flop for me. But during the show, I sell something on eBay for $30, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, why? Seriously, Yeah. So like during the week, like when I was over the weekend, I said I was forcing myself to list stuff that was, five things. I was listing $50 items, $40 items. I was like listing good, like higher dollar items. But in my head, I took the entire day to make $36 on this show that just was not like good at all, like for me. And during the show, I sell $30 for a pair of shoes that took me a second to list. And there's like a chipmunk chewing at the.
I was gonna say there's some Morse code going on for sure. It's Joe again.
How's it?
Joe, there's this time I can hear it. It's like and I can hear it and I'm half deaf. I know the viewers and listeners.
I don't hear it.
Because you're doing it to us, Joe.
Like,
Dude,
it's 100%. Well, I was trying to listen to Dan, but I was just distracted by the.
You know, Joe, I'm giving out these good pointers here, and you're ruining it with your chipmunk voice thing going on over there.
100% hear
I
it.
wish I could say that I'm doing this on purpose, Dan. I don't hear it.
There's like someone. He's got someone like trapped behind a door, and they're like giving Morse code like SOS. How do you do SOS?
I don't even know what it could possibly be.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up, Joe. So you better figure out what's going on with your chipmunk SOS for the next week's episode of the Reseller.
Oh, I got proof. Wait, I already got proof. We already got proof for the magnet.
You already got a proof came through?
They decreased it to 2.64 by 3. I'm going to approve it.
I have an idea for those magnets, guys. How many are you going to get?
50.
50? All right, that works.
All right, well, go. Let's go.
I'm ending it
Thanks
now.
for listening.